That's good.
Welcome everybody to this week's Texas Roadhouse press conference. We got a couple of we're back home this week after several weeks off. Men's and women's basketball will be playing West Texas A&M with the women to tip off at 5:15 on Thursday. Then on Saturday, men's and women's swimming and diving will be in Sherman, Texas at the Austin College Invite starting at 10 a.m. And then we'll have another basketball doubleheader with the women tipping off at 2 and the men to follow against Eastern New Mexico. And starting off today's press conference is head men's basketball coach Josh Newman.
Woo! Big crowd. My family was supposed to be here. They would have been we're obviously glad to be back from the break. It hasn't got off to the start that we wanted to. Right before the break, we were on the road. Coming back after the break, we were on the road. So we played 5 straight road games, 5 true road games, and we just haven't quite got over the hump getting back to the new year. But I actually thought we played pretty good versus Lubbock Christian. I thought we made some mental mistakes, which cost us the game. And anytime you go on the road and you play a very good quality team like Lubbock Christian or Angelo, you're going to have to play good basketball. And I thought we played good for about 38 minutes, but that last 2 minutes just got away from us, and unfortunately we came up with a loss. So we're back at it. Luckily, we're back in the Dome this week. We got West Texas, and we got Eastern New Mexico, 2 really good teams as well. We're going to have to be better than we were last week to get back on the win column.
Is it different playing some of these new teams in the league this year?
Well, not for me personally, because I was in the league a couple of years ago. The hardest thing that we're having with our team is we have so many new guys that they don't know what to expect. When you talk about Angelo, you talk about West Texas, they have no idea because a year ago they were playing Nevada, or they were playing South Dakota State, or Providence, or you name it, with so many transfers. So it takes a little bit of time for those guys to understand, especially the second time around. They can kind of respect their opponents a little bit more, because right now they just don't know who they are.
Now, last time I seen coaches at practice, and the main focus of that practice was ball movement and passing the ball. How did that turn out this weekend?
Yeah, we moved the ball better. I mean, they're coachable. They're doing what we asked them to do. Unfortunately for us, the last 2 times we just didn't make shots. Versus Angelo, who was a very good team, especially at home, we missed 12 free throws. You can't go on the road and lose by 8 and miss 12 free throws. It just doesn't. You can't do that. And I think from behind the arc, we were not even in the 30s. So percentage-wise, we just didn't make the shot. So the ball movement is there. It's now just a matter of guys stepping up and making the plays at the end of the possession.
Are you excited to be back home?
Yeah, it's always great to be home because our fans are fantastic. I mean, our environment is like no other place in the league. Not just from my perspective, from everybody's perspective. It's loud, it's noisy. The crowd is right on top of you. It's a nice, quaint, intimate environment, as you would like to say. But no, the crowd's been fantastic, and we're going to need them because we're playing West Texas, which is top 5 in the country. And then obviously on Saturday we got a very good team in Eastern New Mexico coming here as well.
How Fiki's been transitioning into the team, trying to get acclimated with everybody?
It takes time. It takes time anytime a new guy comes along, especially one that's just joined us recently. So it's always a work in progress, and we've got guys that are changing roles anyway. Jordan Horn not being able to play, we're still trying to identify ourselves. We're looking for that guard to really step up. I thought Malik Anderson played well in Lubbock, and we need him to continue to play well. We've got to change our lineup a little bit just because I don't know if Jordan's going to come back, and we want to kind of shift some of past responsibility to other guys, and that's just a work in progress. It always is.
And I was going to talk about Malik. He's been getting more minutes lately. As you just mentioned, you've been seeing some good things from him. What are some positivity that you can say that he's been bringing onto the court?
Well, the one thing Malik can do is he can make shots, and we need that. We need another perimeter threat, and we need guys like Adam Rivera to start making some shots, and Donovan Carlisle to make shots. But Malik is a guy that hasn't played a lot, and we do think that kind of getting him on the floor, getting him an opportunity, he can help us in the score column. Because right now we've kind of struggled to score baskets, which is not something that we've normally done. It's been easy for us, so hopefully we can get back in that column and get the points going again.
What's West Texas looking like?
They're really good. They're talented. They're deep. They have an expectation right now. When you've had so much success that they've had in recent years, their kids believe in what they're doing. They play extremely hard. They're getting out in transition. They're not overly big in terms of size, but their guards are very talented, and they put a lot of pressure on your defense, guarding the dribble. That's going to be something we have to do a great job with, guarding the dribble, protecting the paint, and trying to make sure we limit them to one shot.
Nice. Thanks, Coach.
All right, next up is head women's basketball coach Ray Boothe.
Yeah,
You
Coach.
guys are nice.
Oh my
You
God.
guys are.
Cool. You ready?
Yep.
I thought Coach Newman and I were about the same height. He's a little taller.
We didn't have to
Just a
do this that
tiny
much.
bit. Just a wee bit.
Coach, can you kind of give us some of your main takeaways from these last few games on the road?
Yeah, it's been a little rough. You know, we're plagued with injuries, and that's a reason, but certainly not an excuse. As of right now, we're the youngest team in the country with 5 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a senior in a uniform. And so we've been tested, that's for sure. And Thursday will not get any easier. So we really hope at the end of the storm, when we get through it, which we hope we have some more bodies, some more experience next week, is that we're better and that we stay together. And I think we're doing that. We're just playing really great teams that are exposing literally every weakness and every bit of inexperience.
It seems that some of your freshmen, though, are stepping up. So what's that been like to see as a coach, I guess?
You know, I think our freshmen are promising, but they're still freshmen, you know, and when we have 4, all 5 of them out there being freshmen, they lack the experience. You know, they don't know who Lubbock Christian is. They don't know that they're the best team in the country right now, and they haven't lost a home game in years. And so they can hear it, but they still don't understand that. So I'm glad that we're getting great experience with our young players, but I'm looking forward to us having a complete team to where hopefully at the end of this, if we can have our players that are healthy get better, and then we bring our players that are not healthy back, and now we're a better team. And so it's just, we've got to weather the storm and try to stay positive every day through it.
And even talking about the freshmen, I just want to speak about Rory. And over the weekend, she had the first game against Angelo 37 minutes. The next game against Lubbock Christian 36. Is that more towards because of the injuries, or more towards because you trust her on the court for that long?
I think both. You know, I really think both. She went through what all players do, and she went through a slump before the Christmas break. And, you know, once we found out that she was going to have a bigger role, temporarily or permanently, we really challenged her, and we meet as point guards and myself. We meet every week, and the key to her has been, you can't be a freshman. You're not a junior. You know, we don't want you to go backwards, but you've got to be it for us. So she's the only one that truly right now we trust in that position. Her statistical line may not indicate a good game, but she's doing everything we need her to do in terms of being fearless. And that's what we expect from her right now. And she got her ups at Angelo. Not great percentages, but she did a better job putting the ball in the basket against Lubbock Christian.
Is the team excited to be back home?
Absolutely. I think we're all sad about, you know, maybe we're not going to have our full team back for another week, but at least we're home. You know, that is the positive right now. We'll go on the road next week, but at least we're at home. We don't want to go on the road and not be fully loaded. So hopefully we give ourselves a chance to compete on Thursday and then again on Saturday.
And you want to talk about Thursday? What are you seeing out of West Texas?
Hey, they're West Texas. I mean, they're really, really good. They're very similar to Lubbock Christian in that they're going to make you pay for every mistake you make. So again, it's going to be another game that exposes every single one of our weaknesses, inexperience, mental lapses, a lack of communication. So we have a lot to learn from the game Saturday, and I think what a quick test that we're going to be in back to back in every way, but we do hope that we get better and we stay together through it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. I can look at time.